lives would look like if we allow Yah's will to be done in our lives. My name is Sherry LaVon Harris, and I'm the host of His Will for Your Life podcast. This podcast is a safe and non-evasive place for others to be authentically themselves, unashamed, while receiving the healing, deliverance, and balance they need to become whole and effective service in the kingdom. Now join us for our live broadcast.
Greetings and welcome back to another episode of His Will for Your Life. I am your host, Sherry LaVon Harris, and we have a treat for you tonight. We are going to be celebrating small businesses, and the title for this month is Fret Not Small Beginnings. In this episode, we are thrilled to welcome our guest, Darlene Gilliam, who is the visionary behind a successful Black-owned business. She's a trailblazer in her industry, known for her dedication to quality, community support, and innovative approaches to entrepreneurship. Stay tuned as we share her personal story from humble beginnings to becoming a leader in her field. Please like, tag, and share, and we'll be right back.
His Will for Your Life with Sherry Harris. This is your weekly Wednesday 7 p.m. podcast. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Informative, hot topics, testimonies, interviews, along with your weekly guests and more. And now here's your host, Sherry Harris.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to His Will for Your Life. Again, I am your host, Sherry LaVon Harris, and joining me right now is Darlene Gilliam. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you.
Great. I am going to give you this opportunity to share with our audience who you are and what you do.
Well, like my sister said, my name is Darlene Gilliam, maiden name Accoo, and I'm from Asbury Park / Neptune, New Jersey. And I was born and raised in Asbury Park all my life. In the Boston Way Village, Asbury Park Village. I am considered a Blue Bishop, an Asbury Park girl. And when I was 16 years old, when Asbury Park used to give jobs out to the youth in the community, I was hired as a camp counselor.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all my recreational and after school and camp counseling skills come from.
Okay.
So I used to work in the Lincoln Village, and then I was at the Boys and Girls Club. Then I was at the West Side Community Center. Y'all know all them places. We all grew up there. And then when I became a teenager, now I'm taking care of the younger ones where I used to be. And I learned a lot of skills. I had a lot of training on how to take care of our young people. And also I had a lot of training from Susan Maynard. She used to be the director of the West Side Community Center. And she put me out there as a program coordinator. Then she made me a program director. So
Wow.
she kept growing me and training me and elevating me. And then she also taught me how to write a grant. And we start getting grants from Juvenile Justice Commission for summer programs.
Mm-hmm.
They were $25,000 every summer. We would write them and we would get them every summer. And
Nice.
even the children, all of us been to the towers in New York. We make sure every summer we took them to the towers in New York. So we all had the experience in that building.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So
And
you, go ahead.
uh, and so the Boston Way Village, they really took care of young people back then because they had a program called CETA program, MCAT program, and it was designed for the Black community, to make sure that young people had a summer job and some type of training. And so I was glad to be a part of that. I really was. Growing up in the village today, they don't have those programs, and I'm trying to bring those programs back to the villages,
Mm-hmm.
churches. I'm trying to implement the programs back into the community. Because every child can't afford to go to the programs in the community. They cost money.
Right.
If you lived in the village, you were able to go because you lived there, and the program was right there in the social room.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. And
You,
then, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
And a lot of parents were working back then in our day, so we had to be somewhere but home.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be in camp or you had to be working at a camp. But back then you wasn't supposed to be home alone.
Wow.
Right. So we was in ballet school at the West Side Community Center with Miss Bell, or we was at the Boys and Girls Club, swimming, learning how to swim. And then eventually I became a counselor there, just to see yourself as a young person going there. Now you're the counselor.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some good directors at the Girls and Boys Club. Back then, it was only the Boys Club, and then a couple years later, they just turned it into Boys and Girls Club because
Awesome.
always the girls was coming to the Boys Club, you know.
Yes.
And I really loved it. I mean, I still love doing it, you know.
I can tell and I can hear your passion for it because you came straight out the gate. I so one of my first questions you pretty much answered, but for the sake of those who may be joining, I'm going to ask you anyway.
Okay.
And can you tell us about your background and what inspired you to become an entrepreneur in this field?
Well, my background is growing up in the Boston Way Village. They hired the children that lived in the village to be the youth counselors.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hired as one, and I loved it. I mean, we all was family. You grow up in the villages, like everybody was family. So to take care of somebody else's children in a camp setting, that was really good. I became pool sharp, ping pong. I became the master, and every day I had challenges. So the children came because they wanted to beat me.
Okay.
So that kept them coming because they had to keep trying every day. I gotta go because I gotta be Miss Accoo. Gotta
Oh,
get.
wow.
And
That's
so, so I kept them thirsty. Pool,
right.
training people how to swim
Mm-hmm.
instead of sitting on the edge. All around the edge of the pool. I would walk them in the water and get rid of their fears. And we had one young man to this day. He thinks every time he see me, he has cerebral palsy. Is that it? That's the name of the condition. He learned how to swim. I would take him in there, and to this day, he swim like a fish. So he's excited about that because he always sat on the edge, but I wouldn't let nobody sit on the edge. Everybody, come on, get on my back or whatever. So
Nice.
yeah, I wanted children to have an experience of what I had and what I should have.
Right.
Right. So I gave them all above and beyond. everything that they wanted, because I always made sure what do they want just as well. It wasn't about what I want for them, but what do you think you might want for yourself in recreation, you know, and after school, you know.
So that was your pivotal moment that led you to starting your own business.
Yes, yes. In the community, they used to have these different workshops.
Mm-hmm.
I always would go to workshops and conferences in the community when they're talking about grants. So
Mm-hmm.
I just started going to them. And then in 1982, I went to one. And when you completed this grant workshop,
Mm-hmm.
gave you $2,500 to start your own program.
Wow.
So I started mine on job readiness training, and I did it at the West Side Community Center.
Wow.
You know, me and my daughter Quintessence, and we was teaching the young people how to do resume writing, how to look for a job, how to get fired on a job, how to write a thank you letter,
Uh-huh.
how to go job shadowing. So we
Okay.
was preparing them in the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And
Okay.
then with Miss Susan Maynard, and we went to another grant workshop, and it was when we was done, they gave us a $5,000 grant to go back and do your program.
Mm.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially when that's a lot of money.
that was a lot of money then.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Who are some of your role models or mentors that have influenced you in entrepreneurship?
her name is Apostle Pastor Sandra Manuel McCutcheon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she was my role model. Me and her both went to the a grant conference together, and it
Okay.
was a lot. It was a lot of other people from the community, but me and her came together and put my 5,000, and her 5,000, and we worked together. And
Wow.
yeah, and so we've been together since then, doing
Nice.
businesses together. We
Nice.
we haven't even apart. You know,
Nice.
she said, "Darling, do what you know how to do."
Nice.
That's all she do. So, and then Susan Maynard, you know, most definitely her, because she was a busybody when it came to those children. She didn't play. She Darlene, you get you know, she just had us moving like her. And I
Mm-hmm.
love it, the energy and the wisdom and knowledge that I have, you know. Um, yeah, didn't feel my mom, because she's a school teacher, and with her doing her journal writing, that taught me how to implement that into the program and have her come and teach the young people how to do poetry, poem, journal writing, and book club. And
Nice.
so, yes, I set that up so she can come in and do that. And they loved it because we made it what theirs, not what we wanted, how we want to make it hard, but it
Mm-hmm.
was easy because we knew their levels, their age, you
Mm-hmm.
know, their reading level. So
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But I can't think of anyone else who was my. I wish I could.
First, she's the most influential person, so that's why she was at the top. What are some of your biggest challenges you face as a Black-owned business and entrepreneur, and how did you overcome them? As well as how are you still facing those challenges today?
Well, one of my challenges is partnership and collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, in the community and with the churches. You know, we don't. You know, because there's no come together. You know, sometimes they want what I have, and they want my business, and they want my wisdom and knowledge, but
Right.
I might not be who they want. So that's one of the challenges, to let's come together and just make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have everything that they would need, you know. And then what was that last part you said? Oh, how I overcome it. I
Yes.
just Yes, I just keep moving, with or without. My family, we do it together. We go in our pockets, we make it happen. No child left behind. So we just do it. We make it happen.
Awesome. Are you still? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was listening.
Are you still faced with some challenges today?
Yes, I am. I'm faced with financial. Um, the funds is not there. But a shout out to community fund in Ocean Township. They did
Mhm.
give me $1,000. Um,
Nice.
and I appreciate that. I wrote the grant. It was a very small grant, but I never know if I'm gonna get it because there's a lot of people who see these
Right.
grants and write them. But that $1,000 can do something. And I still have it to use.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been reaching out to churches, youth groups, trying to, almost giving it away. Like, and you can't even give money away to partnership.
Yeah.
We got 80 churches in the community, and I'm trying to figure out where is the youth programs at? Where's the Sunday school youth programs? So I can, give the young people some recreation. So that's a lot of my challenges. Just coming together with the churches in general. Let's put aside your favorite people and your favorite church and let's just do what's needed for the youth in the community.
How do you address the challenges assessing capital and resources commonly faced by minority entrepreneurs?
Um, can you repeat that?
How do you address the challenges of assessing capital and resources faced by minority entrepreneurs?
Um, how do I assess it?
Ah, do you find it an issue when it comes to our Black-owned businesses for funding, or is it abroad? Is it just everyone?
um, it's a broad. I just think black on black is a problem.
Mm.
Yeah, because they want to leave you behind. Like I said, they want what you have,
Mm-hmm.
but they just don't want you. You know, so they don't collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
They don't come together.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us grew up together in these churches in the community, and a lot of these pastors and youth leaders, we know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we shouldn't be acting strange towards each other. You know,
Mm-hmm.
should embrace one another. If I have something that you can use, here
Absolutely.
it is. The same
Absolutely.
for them. So
Not having to always reinvent the wheel.
yes, not having to always or even now I have to go out of the community to
Mm-hmm.
another community who embraces me.
Yeah. My motto has always been, if I eat, we all eat.
Yes,
Yeah.
and and just to leave your community is a to go to another community that doesn't even know you, but
Mm-hmm.
they know you from your spirit, your energy, your works. You know, sometimes you just gotta leave. You gotta say bye bye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We've talked about your business. We haven't talked about the industry part of it. So, can you describe the industry you are in and the unique value your business brings to the market? So, we talked all about what you do. We don't know the name of your business. Who do you cater to?
Right. Well, the name of my business is Purpose at Heart,
Mhm,
and that name came about because of the way I felt about the young people in the community, and
mhm,
everything that I'm doing, I just do it on purpose.
mhm.
And what's that question? What I was gonna say? Come on, what was that last part?
Oh,
Oh,
how? Okay. you describe your industry? So we know that you work with youth. What
Yeah.
exactly do you do?
Right.
And what value does this particular business bring to the marketplace,
Okay.
the community?
Yeah. Sometimes I think ahead of time, and so I got to come pull back. So I'm thinking while you're talking, and
Okay.
this my program, Purpose at Heart, is
Mhm.
a youth-driven program. Is to help young people for preventing from alcohol and drugs use, prevent from teen pregnancy, prevent from joining the gang. And then with the prevention, we want to show them and teach them how to be ladies in pink. That's the
Mhm.
name of one of the programs. Show them how to be girls and be girly. And then we want to do the boys, which is called Boys Number Two, the men, and
Mhm.
just always bring in male presenters to teach the young men of what they need to know as boys growing up to become men.
Mm.
So, and then we have a military boot camp, which,
Nice.
which we teach both of them, male and female, how to follow direction. If
Mhm.
there was an emergency and my voice is telling you to do something, will you pay attention, or will you get caught out there in
Mhm.
the bye-bye?
Mhm.
you know how to teach them how to hear the urgency of,
Mhm.
of an adult's voice, even
Right.
if it's a come here. Okay, that come here means something,
Right. Right.
versus come here honey, come here. you know
Right.
so
Right.
we really educate them in the life skills to save their lives,
Mhm.
and to prepare them for their future.
That's awesome. How do you stay ahead of the competition and to ensure that your business remains innovative?
Okay, so she said, "How do I stay so my business will stay innovative?" Um, I'm just going to do it. I'm gonna just keep on doing this, whether there's one child or no or none. I will talk to y'all adults and teach y'all how to do it. So I want to teach everyone how to do this. I want to teach adults how to do recreation, after school program, vacation Bible school. My daughter Quentin and I, we did so many vacation Bible school out of the community.
Mm.
Yeah, we went to a Spanish church, didn't even know Spanish, and we did a whole summer of vacation Bible school with recreation. We implemented the program. We, put it all together. So, you know what? You just keep doing what you're going to do. I have to keep doing it. Every time I say I'm done, I can't be done.
Mhm.
Because there's always a child that need one child.
Mhm.
Serve that one child.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
What trends, if any, do you see emerging in your business, and how is your business preparing to adapt? What trends, if any, do you see emerging in your field, and how is your business preparing to adapt?
Okay. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to put that into words.
Mm-hmm.
Can you repeat that and take and break it up another way?
So, you know, there are a lot of after school programs, there are a lot of youth programs, right?
Mhm.
Uh, in that field that you're working in, how do you see your business preparing to adapt to the change, or um, becoming more technical savvy, or um, you know, changing with the times, if you will?
Right. Like like I just met with this people from Bronx, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they were Colombians, and they wanted to come to the community and do a soccer program. So I'm partnershiping with them, and I'm going to focus on the life skills,
Mm-hmm.
stocks. And my grandson, Michael Spalding, he specialized in stock and marketing, financial
Mhm.
training for the young people. And so I'm bringing that into the program. And with today, with this grant, it was $90,000 that hopefully I'll be partnership with Georgia and Court School. And we want to do a 1 day conference for 150 middle 14-year-old to 24-year-old to bring some workshops, life skills. It's going to be for 1 day, and we're putting that together right now. And like I said, I have to go outside the community because when I could tell this to the community, but it must not be their interest. But it is one particular church right now that's going to have an open house February 26th in our community, Pastor Blacknall. And I am, going to partnership with them with after school recreation program with Shayla. And so we're getting ready to partnership. And so this is something very new that's getting ready to happen. There's a shift right now.
Come on
And
now.
yeah, so I have to leave it alone now and let Yahweh, direct me and lead me and speak to the people who really want me and what I have, you know.
Okay, I feel your help coming on. All right.
Ooh,
Yes. Okay.
yes,
So partnership and networking is one of your resources.
yes. Partnership and networking is one of my resources. And and that's what I'm trying to do. I can't help but to repeat myself about the churches because
Mm-hmm.
it's so important. Our children shouldn't be failing in school. Our children shouldn't be hungry for dinner. Our children shouldn't have no lunch, no hair done, no shoes on their feet, no coat on their back, because it's 80 churches in the community alone in Asbury Park, and we didn't even count how many in Neptune. So I understand we should be coming together and making it happen. We should,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
across the state, across the board.
Right. I remember, um, in Connecticut, having my nonprofit business similar to what you're doing. And it must have been in 1 week like 10 different back to school programs
Oof,
where we could have all come together to collaborate, and no one wanted to
right,
because they wanted the name for themselves or the funding that went along with it. So
right,
I
and,
get
right. And the sad part about it, we could be across the street from each other doing the same thing. We can come together and do the same thing.
mhm,
All our names could be on the flyer, sponsors, collaboration.
mhm,
But when you want to stand on the island by yourself and you want to stand out, this is what is going on. And hopefully 2025, they need to decide to bring an end to that, bring an
right.
end to it, you know, because it shows a division of churches, division of people, and the children pick up those habits and then they start becoming division of one another.
And they are also the ones who lack
Yeah.
because we're not coming together.
No, no.
Yeah.
Because they concerned too, you know. They
Well,
want,
we're it's supposed to be for them, so why not come together? It's for the
yeah,
people. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
Mhm.
hoping we'll come together. I will see. I will see.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
Keep praying and asking
Okay.
God to send you the right people because sometimes we cannot connect with everyone. I know there are some people who wanted to connect and it wasn't because I wanted a name for myself. It's just, spiritually we didn't see the same vision,
Right.
and then also, when you dabbing in other things other than uh, the Father, Son, and Ruach, it's a whole different story. So,
Yeah. Well, you gotta have a balance and you
mhm,
gotta know, absolutely.
mhm.
Absolutely, because I mean, we can't discriminate today. We got the LGBTQ and youth, young people, and we just can't put them on the side of the street. I mean, some of my programs, that my girls program, I do have a young man in there.
Okay.
Exactly, you can't tell him from the girls. I can't discriminate and tell him no, you can't be in this program.
Mhm.
So you got to really be able to pray about it, have a praying spirit within you. So when you're around the young people, you know they'll learn from you, no matter who they are or anything. What you going to do? This is the world today. You
Right.
know, you just got standards and boundaries.
Absolutely.
Mm,
Standards and boundaries. What
yes.
is your leadership style?
Say that again.
Ah, it's a two-part question, so I understand the first part. What is your leadership style?
Meaning,
What do you bring to this industry? How do you lead your organization as the CEO and the founder? How do you make your business stand out among the rest? And as far as team building and, you know, all that stuff.
well, from what I'm being told, just like your write up about me, I said, what?
Well,
People normally
yes,
tell me,
you can't. We can never speak on ourselves, and this is what I see. No, we can't, because even when someone write about me, I'm like, who is this?
yes. I said, what? Where she
So,
get all of that from?
but I see you. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It was beautiful. I was telling my son, I said, look at this write up. And
Mhm.
normally people know who I am. It's
Mhm.
just by the spirit, by my personality, by my love for people, and my love is for children. And
Mhm.
they know I'm very serious about what I do. I am. I'm very serious. And that's how I'm just me. And if you lived here and grew up with me, you know me. And then if you don't know me, soon you meet me, you know me.
Mhm.
You already know. You know how it was.
Yeah. Whew. We'll save that for another show.
Way in Virginia.
Whew. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
how do you motivate your team to achieve their best?
well, I want them to be me. I want them to be the CEO and I want to be the founder. So I teach them everything I know because I want to branch off.
Mhm.
Um,
That
my
was how
daughter,
you can see that. Mhm.
yes, my daughter Quint taught her everything. My grandson, who's in Connecticut, Michael Spalding, and he's a financial specialist.
I need to reach out to Mike.
Yes, and he's writing grants and he's doing his program at the high schools and colleges in Connecticut.
Nice.
Um, and then my granddaughter, Kwana Benjamin, she's getting ready to step into the. I want her to be my executive director. I'm training her how to do grants, and yes, I'm gonna have a team. So when I write these grants, I'm just gonna talk, and they're gonna write.
They're going to execute it, right?
Yes. So I'm teaching them. Michael have it to the T already. So
Right.
sometimes people want me to write a grant, and I used to been doing it for free all the time, but my grandson said, "No, Mama, no more."
Mhm.
Because everything is a give for me. I can't help it. I give, and
Yeah,
people take, and they don't give.
absolutely.
Yes,
It's a different ball game now.
yes.
Yes, it is. I want to, for the sake of those who may want to start a business or have started a business,
Mhm.
how do you handle failures or setbacks, and what did you learn from them?
Well, how I handle failures, I look in my community all the time and out
Mm-hmm.
for workshops, conferences. I
Mm-hmm.
don't. I've been to every TD Jakes Woman Without a Loose. Maybe one I didn't go to
Mm-hmm.
because I needed to empower me. I needed to be around women who probably was more mature than me because I needed to learn how to. Um, my other person I look up to, her name is Jessie Ricks, and
Mm-hmm.
she taught me how to relax, choose my battles, and she just taught me how to focus and how to keep myself, calm and listen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because I grew up in the village, which is a very busy place to live, and it's fighting for your life sometimes. You know, I used to carry that. I was always on guard, already ready for the defense, ready for war. And so I had to prepare myself emotionally, mentally, um, getting rid of a lot of pain, childhood stuff. Um, I do teach a program on how to recognize when your child is being raped or molested. So yeah, I have a program for that because I came from that. Yeah. And
Have you made it so that you can reach the masses? Have you made it virtual to do that, or is it just community based?
it's community based. On my Facebook page where I have Go and Tell Rape and Molestation. Um, I did a video, just to show what I talk about and everything. And the little girl, of me that I don't know her, but it's me. I don't know her because I don't know who been touching her.
Mm.
So I talk about that very openly. Once I became healed, I'm able to sit all day long. I could talk about rape and molestation all day,
Mhm.
you know?
So maybe we won't touch on. Okay, we won't touch on that. Yeah, let's touch on it.
Yeah.
So because you've been in that situation, because I often say that what we go through is really not about us. It's about whoever is going to endure or experience what we experience, right? And so
Right.
therefore, we're that person that can help them. Are you able to spot someone without them saying a word that um, been molested or um, in a domestic abuse or anything of that nature?
I can feel it. A
Mm,
child can walk by and I could say, you
mm,
know, or they can have a certain expression.
mm-hmm.
You know, every quiet child is just not a quiet child.
Right.
Yeah. So I could pick up on signals,
Okay.
you know. In school, they didn't pick up on me, but I can pick up because I'm sensitive to it, you
Are
know.
you sensitive to it, or are you sensitive in the spirit,
I'm
or is
sensitive.
it a combination of both?
It's a combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a combination of both. I could pick up on abuse, mental and physical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In a certain way, a parent or adult talk to a child, I can pick up on they got issues. It's not the child. Yeah. Yeah. And then when you grow up in a home without a father, you know, he was a loving dad. I didn't, but he wasn't there and
Mm-hmm.
active. He wasn't active. I knew of him and heard about of him until I got older and built my relationship with him, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I had to understand every young man as a father still are young people and they got issues and everything. So I didn't charge him, you
Okay.
know. But when your family member know there's not a father in the home, you can be a target.
Mm-hmm.
But if the parent don't think that like that, you know what I'm saying, they'll miss it.
I know what you're saying. And I also feel you holding back, but we about to put this up a notch. All right. So, what advice would you give to other Black entrepreneurs looking to start their own business in your field?
My advice is really search your heart,
Mm,
and you only could try it to see if this is where you want to be and see if this is what you want to do.
uh-huh.
If you feel that's within you, then go ahead, dive into the ocean. When you get in there, you're going to learn how to swim or you're going to drown, one or the other. You
See.
know, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then go volunteer with somebody else who's doing something similar to what your vision is and your dream. Because what's for you is for you. Every program is not designed exactly like yours,
Mm,
you know. So it's okay to go volunteer and to learn a skill and to learn how you want to do your program, you know. And then go in, like I go and take my program and volunteer and take my program somewhere, you
mm-hmm.
know. But this year I want to be recreation on wheels. So
Oh,
yeah, anybody have a van and want to donate, I'm sending my way. Yeah, I want to do recreation on wheels, you know,
right.
because all I do is pull over when I see children anyway, and I'll have a car trunk full of balls, hula hoop, jump rope, football, basketball, and
Right.
I'll just get out and give it to them and play with them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's lovely. Oh, I like you. What what impact do you hope to have on your community through your efforts, your entrepreneurial efforts?
The impact I would love to have, the
Mm,
partnership and the collaboration,
mm-hmm.
so they can take this and see that I am very serious. I've always been serious about this, these children and the youth, the young adults,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to leave an impact. Well, I really have a lot of young adults that was in my program that
Mm-hmm.
loves Miss G. They call me Mrs. G. I'm
Nice.
yeah, my community, I'm Mrs. G. If anybody see me and say Mrs. G, they was in my program.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I know that's one of mine. Young man just opened up a chicken place and pizza place in our community.
Nice.
Yes, and he had it rough in school because I worked in the school system as a parent community liaison.
Okay.
Yes, so I was a parent in the high school for the high school students. Oh, your parent don't have to show up. Come on to my office, and I'll
Mm,
go to the office with you and handle the situation.
whoa.
Yes, and then they will value what I say on behalf of that student.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this young man, he just opened up his place.
Nice.
You would have seen what he went through. You would thought he might have been locked up all the time.
Wow.
But Miss G winged him. I winged him. I wasn't gonna let that happen.
That wasn't his lot.
That's right.
His
Absolutely.
journey was going. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
But they used him for his basketball skills,
mm,
but his academic, you know.
mm-hmm.
Somebody got to stand up and be an advocate for these young
Right.
people.
Right.
So I'm an advocate in my community. All you got to call me what you need. 504, I'll write it. IEP, I'll write it.
Yeah.
I'll
Mhm.
go to meeting with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 How do you see your role empowering other Black entrepreneurs and fostering diversity in the business world?
Well, I don't because they set in their own ways already. I
Mm,
rather I rather empower the beginners because
okay.
they're already set in their ways and they already want who they want. They want to talk to who they want to talk to, socialize who they want to socialize, be in business with who they want to be in business with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. But the beginners, yes, I will empower them I will help them to get the money. I will help them to write the grant. And then I'll show them how we're going to partnership.
Nice.
Yeah.
Someone says you are an advocate for their community, for your community.
Yeah.
Well,
Mrs. G.
yeah.
All you got to do is you lost. Ask them, do you know Mrs. G?
And not G for gangster.
Nah, not deeply. Even though it could be.
Yeah. What are some of your long-term goals for your business, and how do you plan to achieve them?
My long-term goal for my business is to turn this business over to my family, my grandchildren and children.
Nice.
They're being prepared right now. And all I want to do is be an overseer.
Okay.
I want to keep shaping it if it get out of shape. You know, I just want to be in the back, which I'm always in the background, but I just want to stay there and push. I want to push them. You know,
Uh-huh.
that's all I want to do. Just push.
Okay.
Yeah.
You answered one of my questions already, but I'm going to ask you again anyway after this question, and then this will be our last question. How
Okay.
do you envision your business involving other over the next 5 or 10 years?
Because they're young, they're in their 20s. Woo! I think the business can grow because young people, young people got young people, and I'm introducing them to, in a sense, some high power people. You know, I want them to meet people that I know who will wing them and take them a little further than where I can take them.
Hmm.
So I'm looking to see that it's going to be awesome. I'm just going to be not a memory, but I'm just leaving the legacy for them. Carry it on, take the torch, make it happen. Yeah, I try to make it happen, and it
Mhm.
has happened to a degree, but they can go further.
Okay. Hmm. So, my last question for you, and we talked about that all through this interview. What legacy do you hope to leave behind as an entrepreneur? So, in the scriptures, it talks. Yeshua talks about uh, greater works shall you do, right? When he was leaving, and he told us that greater works shall we do.
Right,
Um, he did a lot, so if we can be greater than that, that's amazing.
right.
So you want your business to be better than what it is now, um, as far as your legacy goes.
Well, I want my business to be not even that it's better. I want it to be even different, and I want it to be youth driven by the young adults that's coming along that's going to take charge of it. Um, like my mother did, and she left me here with her book that she wrote.
Hmm.
Now I am, you know, the author for her book, you
Hmm.
know. So she left it, and that's what I'm doing. Passing it on down now while I can watch it grow,
Hmm.
you know.
That's
Do
what.
it. Yes, do it now.
Hmm.
It's just like when you write a will, you said my diamond go to this one, and
Mhm.
I teach on how to write a will, power of attorney, and that's what I teach. And I tell them in the will, you don't. Why you gotta wait till you die? Why can't you give them the jewelry now? Let them wear it in front of you and with you, and take pictures and enjoy looking at your jewelry. I give Quinn all my jewelry. I pay her to sit down to her because she sings and she goes and do shows, and she'll wear my stuff. Put my earrings on.
For her on blast, but no, I'm just kidding. That's wonderful, and that's a thought. That is a
Yeah.
thought.
Who want to save everything till the end? No, What's wrong with now? The beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When she walk in, I'm gonna say, "Oh, you look nice." I say, "Oh yeah, you wearing it." If I'm
Right.
dead, I can't see nothing.
Mm-hmm. So as we come to a close, and we
Yes.
talked about a lot, but I want to hear your heart and your passion for what you do and for the children that you serve.
Right.
A lot of people do it because they think it's a money making um, get rich scheme. And
Mhm.
it really isn't, because you have to have a heart for it, because children can be something else.
Right.
So talk to the people about that piece.
Yeah. Well, I sure don't do it for the money because there isn't any money. But I do it because I grew up in a single family home with my mother with 6 children.
Mhm.
And she raised all 6 of her children while she was went to school to become an LP and nurse. And then she went back to school and became a educator, a head teacher in the school system, first grade. So I do it because she taught me that
Mhm.
she loved all the children in her community because they know Mrs. Accoo. And I do it because my 4 children and their friends, they had different lives, and I had to be a part of a lot of children's lives of
Mhm.
going through a lot of different things that I've been through and things that I've seen that I haven't been through. But I learned from these children what they need and what they want. And
Mhm.
and I consider myself to be a community parent, that no child has to be without a parent as long as I'm living.
Awesome.
Hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I
Do
love
you
the babies.
do you have a lot of foster children in your programs?
Yes, I have a lot of foster children. I have a lot of ADD,
Mhm.
ADHD, autistic, and they fit right on in. We don't make, I don't, There's no way I'm gonna let them feel different.
Mhm.
I let them know you can do it too. Yes, you
Yeah.
can,
Yes. Yes.
you know. And I have a lot of bonus children, bonus grandchildren, bonus nieces and nephews. I
Yes.
have a lot of people that I can walk down the street. Hey, mama. Hey,
Mhm.
auntie. I go for it. Hey, nephew.
Nice. 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 I'm going to
Yeah.
stop and speak to the audience for a moment. We're opening up if you have any questions that you want to call in and ask. If you don't, you can also put that in the comment section and we will read your question for our guest to respond to you. I'm going to leave it up for a few as we come to a close. And once it is no longer scrolling across, I will not be accepting any calls. So if you have any questions, feel free to call. Your community parent. That's good. That's good. Are you going to offer any virtual programs so that people outside of New Jersey can take part?
Absolutely. If you or anyone want me to do or in the need of anything virtual, I would do it. Myself, Quint, my grandson, that's what we do. I can show you how to write a grant on Zoom. You don't have to come to New Jersey. You don't have to come to Virginia unless we got grant money that can send us there. You know what I'm saying? But absolutely, I can
Nice, nice. That's
do
nice that you would offer that.
it. Hmm. Yes.
Really good. Thank you so much for accepting this invitation to uh,
Well,
share your business on this month of um, Black History, and
power
I'm
to the people.
pow- power to the people.
Yeah.
I am excited for our businesses. Sometimes they start out small, and sometimes they catapult to another level. But we just have to be content in the state that we're in,
Absolutely.
and we give it fully over to uh, Yahuwah,
Yes.
it grows. We can't do anything with it in our hand, but if we put it in His hand and we
Yeah.
place it there, He'll do something with
Absolutely. And majority of my topics, they have scriptures.
it.
So I'm talking about anger, I have anger scriptures. And then
Mm,
I'll talk about natural man and spiritual man.
nice,
If
nice.
I'm talking about teen sex, I have scriptures.
Okay.
Anything I talk about, they make sure they have a scripture to it.
So um, your business is faith based.
No, I didn't title it faith based at all, but I'll make sure that I include Yahweh and my way of lifestyle in my business. If you want my business, then you have to know I'm going to talk about
Mm-hmm.
who I am, a Hebrew Israelite. So
Nice,
that's it. That's how it is.
nice, nice, nice. Okay. We take down this. Um, any closing remarks that you want to share with our audience before we go?
Yes. I just want to say thank you to you again for thinking about me. That was a beautiful thing. My nerves was when you said it, I felt that it was going to happen to let you know. I said, I think she might. And then when you did, I said, oh, I was excited because I wanted to because you was asking and I said no because I'm always telling myself no, no, no. And then
Yeah.
when you asked me, it pushed me. I
Mhm.
do need a push too. And
Mhm.
so I'm excited. And anybody who want to do any program in their church, in their community, just let me know. Just let me know. I'm ready.
I think it's needed, but I also my desire is that we collectively come together
Yes,
for the common good, if you will. You
right.
know, because it's not about us; it's about the community that we serve. So I think
Absolutely.
come together, it can be broader than it is.
Absolutely. And I
Mhm.
thank you to my Asbury Park Blue Bishop community. You
Mhm.
know, that's where I'm born and raised. And also, I'll say thank you to the Neptune Flyers. But I am a Blue Bishop. I just, that's how we come together in our community. And we love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy my community and everybody that's in it. The mayor, shout out to the former mayor, Ed Johnson. He also did a lot for me growing up, with him being the director of the Brookdale Community College.
Mhm.
And he always let me use the college for my program. I didn't have to pay anything. Can you imagine somebody giving you a college with a computer room and shout out to the UEZ zone in Long Branch, New Jersey. 3 times they gave me $2,500 to do a job readiness training in that community of Long Branch. And
Mhm.
then Asbury Park UEZ gave me 50,000 and the $20,000 to do a program. You know, so we can do it. We can make things happen.
Yes. Let's talk about the $90,000 grant.
Yes, today I was on a bidders conference with the Juvenile Justice Commission. They have a lot of grants, and this grant that's out is for 150 young people uh,
Mhm.
in the community to come together, 14 to 24 years old, and give them life skills, workshops, conferences for one day for 5 hours. And
Mm.
yes, and I can't find nobody who would want a partnership with that.
Wow.
So I gotta keep it moving. Georgian court, if they go for it, they're gonna call me. We're gonna partnership. We're gonna write it together. Just make it happen. Now I gotta go with the serious people who's ready. Who you want me? I'm available. Let's write this grant. You know.
For you all.
Yeah, but in March, a $35,000 grant is coming out in March for
Mm,
summer camp program.
okay.
So if
So
you want
when should programs start if they want to, or agencies start for their
summer programs,
programs? Yes.
most summer programs start in June to August.
When
Um,
should they start advertising and planning?
they should have started advertising in December. So really, if no programs are advertised, then we're behind, and it start in December. But I write in March when I write the grant. My summer program is laid out in that grant and is ready to take off in June. Oh,
Nice.
yes, so it's ready. But anybody want a partnership, talk to me.
Well, you sure. You had the opportunity to call in, but you didn't. But no. Thank you, seriously, all jokes aside, thank you for sharing your heart with us, sharing your vision with us, and your legacy that you're going to leave and that you're preparing to leave for
Yes.
your children's children.
Oh, I'm happy. Thank you. Shout out to my cousin, Sister Leslie Washington in
Mhm.
Charleston, South Carolina. She's a great pusher and a prayer warrior,
Nice.
Evangelist Washington.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Before we go, are there any questions that you have before we actually close out?
No, I appreciate you. That's for sure. And may Yahuwah bless you and your business, that you grow and get partnerships and you continue what you're doing and don't let nothing stop you, no matter what.
Ain't no stopping. I'm sorry.
Now we're
Wait,
on the move.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, we can move.
we're
I'm
gonna
so
make things
happy.
happen.
Hmm?
We're gonna make things happen. My grandson, shout out to him in Lynchburg, Virginia University, basketball star.
Mhm.
I'll be to Virginia hopefully soon.
Oh, hopefully, yeah. You have to
Yeah.
come to. I'll cook for you.
Yes.
Yes, I will.
Oh,
Just
yeah. I
have to
see.
come.
I see that good cooking. Mm.
I learned it from my mama. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like, tag, and share this broadcast. And also, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will get an alert each time that we go live. And I I appreciate you guys just cooking. Um, I would appreciate it if you would follow us also on Facebook. We're not going live stream on Facebook. I want to put all the direction onto YouTube so that we are monetized, just so that we can grow. And so your commenting, your subscriptions, they help. So we appreciate you. And we will be back next week, continuing on with the small businesses showcase. Not small beginnings. We have Tony Cranford, and she has Cranford Inc. Both her and her husband have this business. So I'm not sure if they're both going to be on, but I know that she is. So please come back next week, same time, same place. Good night, everyone. And remember, it's okay not to be okay, just as long as we don't stay in that place. We
Yeah.
appreciate you for watching, and we will see you next time if Yahuwah delays his coming. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Please join us again next week for another riveting, informative segment of His Will for Your Life podcast.